Jesus' name, and everyone say.
Amen. You may be seated. Thank you so much, Pastor Monker, for such a stirring prayer to get us started and on our way. Our country exists on strong partnerships, and so you see representatives from the church here. We also see schools and so many other civic organizations who have come around the Public Hospitals Authority to make this symposium happen. And to make us all feel welcome, we are going to welcome Miss Darnella Gibson, who serves as Staff Nurse Detox Ward at SRC. She's also the Staff Nurse of the Year for 2025-2026. Let's give it up for her. And she is a psychiatric mental health nurse, case management, and certified gambling addiction specialist. Once again, let's welcome Miss Darnella Gibson.
A pleasant good morning. A pleasant good morning. Mr. Andrew Edwards, Chairman, Public Hospital Authority, Senator Darren Pickstock, Dr. Keva Thompson, Deputy Managing Director, and senior officials of Public Hospital Authority. Reverend Anthony Sampson, Senior Pastor, Zion Baptist. Reverend Rakino Monka, Senior Pastor. Dr. Novia Carter Lukey, Deputy Permanent Secretary, Director of Bahamas National Drug Council, Ministry of Health and Wellness. Sandra Neely, Ministry of Youth, Sports, and Culture. Mr. Higgins, Assistant Director, Ministry of Education, and senior officials. Ms. Frenica Delaveau, Chairman of the Nursing Council. Dr. Sasha Paris, Advisor, Communicable Diseases and Health Emergencies, Pan-American Health Organization, World Health Organization. His Excellency Jordan Clark, National Youth Ambassador to the Commonwealth. Her Excellency Darnique Stewart, National Youth Ambassador at Large. Ms. Lashante Sampson, National Youth Ambassador to the Commonwealth. Ms. Teasel Anderson, President of the Youth Senate. Dr. Valtio Cooper, National Youth Ambassador, Youth, Sports, and Culture. Executive Committee members, administrative officers, heads of department, and staff of Sandilands Rehabilitation Center. Presenters, attendees, youths of our nation, good morning again. It is my honor to welcome you here today to Public Hospital Authority World Suicide Prevention Day Symposium. Let us come together to address an issue that is deeply affecting our communities, our families, and our nation. Our theme this year is changing the narrative on suicide. In the Bahamas, we pride ourselves on being a close-knit, loving, and resilient people. Yet behind the smiles and warm greetings, too many of our brothers, sisters, friends, and even our children are silently battling pain that we cannot see. Suicide is not just a statistic. It is a life cut short, a family left broken, and a community forever changed. Today, we gather not only to raise awareness, but also to shine light on hope. We are here to remind each other that mental health matters, that help is available, and that no one should ever feel alone in their struggles. This conversation is not an easy one, but it is a necessary one. By coming together, we are taking an important step towards breaking the silence, removing the stigma, and building a stronger support system for those in need. As we move forward in today's program, let us listen with open hearts, speak with compassion, and commit ourselves to being a part of the solution. Every life is valuable, and together we can create a Bahamas where everyone feels seen, heard, and supported. Let us show our support by wearing orange in recognition of Orange Alert Day. So sit back and enjoy the symposium. Once again, I say to you, welcome, welcome, welcome everyone.
Thank you so much, Ms. Gibson, for making us feel welcome. And as I indicated when I stood here just a few moments ago, we have persons who are here, even from the government, who have come to join in the voices speaking out against suicidal ideation and all of the other ills that plague us in the area of mental health. And so at this time, we are honored to have a suicide prevention advocate in the person of Senator Darren Pickstock to come and bring greetings. Let's give him a round of applause as he comes.
Good morning. Good morning. Now, it's the beginning of the morning. You got to have more energy than that. Good morning. Good. Thank you very much. Thank you for making us all feel welcome. Protocol having been established, I would like to recognize the head of this house, Reverend Dr. Anthony Sampson. It's always good to be with you, sir. I would also like to recognize Chairman Andrew Edwards, who is the chairman of the Public Hospital Authority. Thank you very much for hosting and putting this on. So I count it an absolute privilege and honor to speak briefly at this opening ceremony and to be in a room with so many young leaders as we observe World Suicide Prevention Day. While today's program says that I am a suicide prevention advocate, I know that it is a title that we all hold in this room. Especially each one of us in this room, as our presence, both individually and collectively, suggest that we are all champions for life. We are all champions for life and mental health. And so, let us commit to not just observing Suicide Prevention Awareness today, but move forward spurring more honest and open discussions to prevent suicide and suicidal behavior in our country. As we deliberate throughout today, I believe that it is important for us to engage in sober analysis of suicide statistics. According to the Royal Bahamas Police Force, a total of 8 suicides have been recorded so far for 2025, compared to the 8 recorded in all of 2024. Further, a total of 32 attempted suicides have been recorded for 2025, compared to the 50 reported in 2024. All suicide victims so far for 2025 have been males. I repeat, all suicides for 2025 have been males. The statistics from the police force also show that over the past 3 years, most suicide victims were under the age of 45. A serious red warning. that is further amplified by the 2025 Global School Health Survey, which revealed that 1 in 5 Bahamian students between the ages of 13 and 18 has attempted suicide. These statistics are staggering and heartbreaking. Now, we know that there is no single factor behind suicides, but we know that the pressures can be real. Depression, high expectations, disappointment, bullying, financial strains, and the negative influence of social media. As we bear in mind these pressures, let us remember that everyone is carrying a burden or hurt that we cannot see, or in some cases, understand. So let us be kind to one another and understanding. I repeat that. Let us be kind to one another and understanding. As a country, we cannot continue to lose our people to suicide. Every life matters. Every voice deserves to be heard. Every person who is going through a challenging time deserves to know that they are not alone. As I prepare to take my seat, I commend the Public Hospitals Authority and the committee for organizing this necessary and most important symposium. May we both individually and collectively endeavor to change the narrative on suicide by changing how we show up in the lives of each other, our family, our friends, and our community. I thank you.
Thank you so much, Senator Pickstock, for that timely information. I have a saying that information gives us knowledge, and that knowledge gives us power, and we have the responsibility then to use that power to make choices. And so this day is about information giving and sharing so that you can become more knowledgeable, you can then be empowered, and you can make positive choices. We have just a small housekeeping note. We need the drivers of the following 2 vehicles to please move your cars because they need to get access to the area. A Nissan Note AS7212, and then a white Nissan Note, no plates. If you can please remove those 2 vehicles, we would greatly appreciate it. That's AS7212, a Nissan Note, and then a white Nissan Note, no plates. There you have it. So we are now going to be favored with story time, One More Day, by staff nurse of Sandlands Rehabilitation Center and psychiatric nurse and labor law advocate, Miss Shakoya Mitchell. Please welcome her as she comes.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Okay, so story time is required for you to use your imagination whilst you listen to our story. So we need y'all to pay close attention to the story time. So we need y'all to imagine as we are telling this story. So it requires active imagination. Thank you.
Good morning. One more day. Shalia was the kind of girl everyone at school knew. At just 15, she was a 10th grader at one of the most prestigious high schools in the Bahamas, and she seemed to have everything anyone could want. A 3.89 GPA, leadership positions in several clubs, the latest clothes and gadgets, and the kind of popularity that made her name echo through the hallways. She was dating Eric, the school's star basketball player, and together, they were the couple everyone envied. But behind Shalia's perfect image, there was a heaviness she never showed anyone except Tasia. Tasia had been Shalia's best friend since first grade. Where Shalia was outgoing and confident, Tasia was shy, quiet, and awkward. She never tried to keep up with Shalia's glamorous life, but she stayed close, loyal to the girl who always made sure she wasn't left out. The two were inseparable, even if they lived in completely different worlds. One day at lunch, under the big shady tree in the schoolyard, Tasia noticed something different about her best friend. Shalia wasn't her usual vibrant self. She sat slouched over her phone, earbuds in, her expression distant. "Hey," Tasia said softly as she sat down. Shalia forced a smile, pulling out one earbud. "Hey." The two sat in silence for a while before Tasia broke it. "You've been too quiet lately. That's not like you." "Maybe this is the new me," Shalia muttered. Tasia gave half smile. "Never. The real you talks too much." Shalia chuckled, but the laugh faded quickly. "I'm just tired, Tasia. Not like I didn't sleep last night tired. More like tired of this, tired of everything." The weight of her words made Tasia's chest tighten. She closed her lunch container, her eyes wide. "Leah, I know what you mean. The kind of tired nothing can fix." Shalia hesitated. "You ever think about ending it?" Tasia blinked, unsure she'd heard right. What you mean, ending it?" "You know, just going away, not waking up, ending it." Tasia swallowed hard, glancing around nervously as if anyone could overhear. "Yes," she whispered, "more than I'd ever admit to anyone." Shalia's eyes widened. "Tay, seriously? I thought it was just me." The sound of laughter from a nearby group of students felt distant, almost mocking. "It's like everyone else is living in this perfect movie," Shalia whispered, "and we're just watching it from the outside." Tasia's voice trembled. "Do you think anyone would notice if we just disappeared?" Shalia shook her head. "Maybe for a week, 2, then nothing." The bell rang, pulling them back into reality, but the conversation lingered, heavy and unspoken. That night, while Shalia laid in bed, her thoughts were spiraling. Everyone thought her life was perfect. The parties, the attention, the boyfriend, the confidence, but none of it mattered. She felt invisible, screaming into a soundproof room. She wore her smile like an armor, but underneath, she was exhausted. Maybe, she thought, if she'd stopped existing, the pressure would finally disappear. Across town, Tasia too was lost in her own thoughts. She thought of the little girls they once were, playing and planning their futures, dreaming about careers and families. Life had seemed so simple back then, but as Shalia shined brighter, Tasia faded further into the background. She didn't mind, not really, but sometimes she wondered if she had even mattered in Shalia's world. People thought she was shy, but the truth was, she didn't think anyone would listen if she spoke, not even Shalia, until today. Hearing that the most loved girl in school felt the same way made everything feel so hopeless. The next afternoon, the three of them met near the gym bleachers. Shalia leaned against the wall, scrolling on her phone. Tasia stood stiffly staring at the floor. Eric jogged over, fresh from basketball practice, tossing a ball between his hands. "Hey, beautiful," he said, kissing Shalia on the cheek before grinning at Tasia. "What y'all up to? Y'all saw me out there killing them?" "Eric," Shalia said seriously, "we need to talk. Now." Eric froze, confused by her tone. Shalia's heart raced. She didn't want him to see her like this. She was supposed to be the perfect girlfriend, but maybe, just maybe, if he knew, he'd understand. Maybe he'd stop her. Tasia's hands shook. She thought about her little brother and how he'd never understand why she didn't say goodbye. She wished someone would stop them before it was too late. Tasia stammered, we're done, Eric. Eric frowned. Done with what? Are you breaking up with me? Shalia shook her head. We're done with everything, Eric. We're thinking about ending our lives. Tonight. Together. The ball slipped from his hands and hit the floor with a dull thud. What? No, he said firmly. Y'all can't do that. You don't understand, Tasia whispered. We've been carrying this for so long. We need your help. The only way this works is if all of us do it together. Eric stepped closer, his voice cracking. I ain't doing that. But let me help you all carry it. You can't just give up like this. Shalia shook her head. You don't get it. It's too heavy. This is the only way. Shalia, Eric said, tears welling in his eyes. I love you. And Tasia, you're my friend. If you do this, you're not ending pain. You're ending every chance for it to get better. Please, I need my girls. Just give me one more laugh, one more game, one more day. We can get help together, just one more day. Shalia's chest heaved. She glanced at Tasia, whose face was pale and trembling. Slowly, she nodded. Shalia exhaled shakily. Okay, she whispered, one more day. The next morning, the three of them sat hand in hand in the school counselor's office. The woman leaned forward, her warm eyes full of concern. The fact that you're sitting here, she said gently, means a part of you wants to live. And that part is what we're going to protect. Tasia sniffled. We almost didn't come. We had a plan, Shamia admitted softly. We were sure. And yet, you chose life today, the counselor said. That's not small. That's a huge step. It's the first step to something better, a little hope. For the first time in a long time, both girls felt safe. The heaviness they had been carrying didn't vanish, but it felt lighter somehow, like maybe they didn't have to carry it alone anymore. Let's start, the counselor said, with why you wanted to give up, and we can build from there. And just like that, the story of their survival began. Have you or anyone you knew felt like Shalia or Tasia? Don't fret, there is help for you. Here in the Bahamas, there are a number of institutions that can help with persons like yourself who are battling with suicidal thoughts. Whenever you feel like this, feel free to run, not walk, to any of them for assistance. Your life matters, and all you need is one more day. You can contact the National Crisis Hotline, the Bahamas Crisis Center, the Community Counseling and Assessment Center, or you can dial 911, the emergency number, in case there's a severe emergency. Thank you.
Let's give it up one more time for Ms. Mitchell.
You want everybody to come up and make some more space. We have a lot of students who want them to get this information. If they come up with some more.
You mean this up here? Okay. Just another housekeeping note. All the persons who are standing at the back or wherever you are, we need to make space for more students who are coming in. There are some seats right here at the front, so we invite you to please come and fill these spots so that we can see your faces and your beautiful orange attire. So we need you all to please come up as much as you can so that we can make room for our students. We're in a church, so I can say amen, right? Amen? Amen. And now it is my honor to welcome someone who's actually a childhood friend of mine, the chairman of the Public Hospitals Authority Board, in the person of Mr. Andrew Edwards, to now come with our official opening. Please help me make welcome of our chairman.
Thank you. Good morning. Turn the pics off. They don't sound like they awake yet. Let's try this again. Good morning. On behalf of the Board of Directors and the entire Public Hospitals Authority family, I extend warm greetings to the students and educators present, to the mental health professionals in attendance, and all of the partners and stakeholders who have joined us today. A special word of thanks to the dedicated team at Sandals Rehabilitation Center who continue to lead courageously in bringing us together for this important symposium. This year's theme, Changing the Narrative, Youth Voices, Youth Solutions, is a call to courage. It reminds us that suicide is not just a personal struggle, it is a public crisis. And the narrative we write together will determine whether despair or hope has the final word. The 2025 Global School Health Survey has delivered findings that would shake us to our core. Suicidal thoughts among teens have more than tripled in the past 25 years. Self-harm has nearly tripled. Feelings of loneliness have more than doubled. 1 in 5 Bahamian teens have attempted suicide. Nearly 1 in 4 has seriously contemplated it. These are not faceless statistics. They are our sons and daughters, our classmates, our neighbors, our future. Their pain is real, and their cry is clear. Listen to us, believe us, help us. That is why today matters. This symposium is not simply about raising awareness. It is about shifting power, placing our young people at the center of the conversation. Their voices must be heard. Their expectations must shape our strategies. Their ideas must drive the solutions. Because when youth are empowered, the narrative truly changes. At the Public Hospitals Authority, we are committed to walking the road hand in hand with them. At the heart of our efforts stands Sandlands Rehabilitation Center, a beacon of healing and compassion, serving not only through psychiatric, geriatric, and substance abuse care, but also through outreach clinics, the Community Counseling and Assessment Center, and vital programs that reach across our family islands. But this fight cannot rest on institutions alone. It requires all of us, parents, teachers, pastors, policymakers, and peers. It requires every Bahamian to say with one voice, suicide is preventable, hope is available, help is here. Today, on Orange Alert Day, let us wear our orange as more than a color. Let it be a symbol of our solidarity, our determination, and our belief that no young person should ever feel unseen, unheard, or unloved. And can I just ask the students to all the students here to stand a second. And I want everyone else to just look around. Because I see, and you can, if you agree with me, let me know. But I see hope. I see opportunity. I see potential. I see life. And after today, this is what we want you to take back to your classmates and your friends, that in you there is life, and in them there is hope, and there is life, and there is potential. Thank you. You can be seated. So I challenge you, let us break the silence, shatter the stigma, and stand boldly with our youth. Let us be the generation that listened, the generation that acted, the generation that refused to lose another precious life to despair. Together, we will change the narrative. Together, we will lift the voices of our young people. Together, we will build solutions that save lives and secure a brighter tomorrow for the Bahamas. With these words, I proudly declare the World Suicide Prevention Day Symposium 2025 officially open. Thank you, and may God bless you all.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. And as we bring our official opening to a close, here is a challenge. We are going to do 2 types of affirmations. The first is where you are going to affirm the person next to you, and then the second is going to be an inside job. You're going to affirm yourselves. So first, look at the person next to you and say, "You belong here." Look at the person on the other side of you and give them a warm smile and say, "You are loved." And now, to yourself, I want you to repeat these words. I'm so loved. I'm not perfect, and that's okay. I'm beautiful and kind. It's okay not to be okay. Not every day has to be a good day. And finally, just a little louder, repeat the words, I believe in myself. Thank you all so much for your time and your attention today. We're now going to call the platform guests to the front just for a photo opportunity, and then our organizers will transition us to the remainder of the symposium. Thank you all so much.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, as we take our pictures, we're gonna have a little 5 minutes break. We need everyone that hasn't registered as yet to please register. The register is going around. Thank you in advance. Your cooperation is greatly appreciated.